Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Matt and Gloria Reyes again. We're doing another episode of Marathon Marriage, and we're super excited because today we're going to talk about some really fun stuff, contract versus covenant. And it sounds like a kind of easy idea to understand, but really once we kind of break it down and give you kind of our insight and some biblical perspective, it might help clear up some things. But what I would love for you to do is if you would share this video with maybe somebody you know that might find value in kind of the encouragement and the love that we're sharing here through our ministry or our vlog. That would help out a ton, and we greatly appreciate any of your support. So my name is Matt, and this is my gorgeous wife, Gloria. And so tell us a little bit what we're going to talk about today, contract versus covenant.
Yeah, so contract versus covenant. So if you're in any type of a relationship, whether that's, boyfriend and girlfriend, seriously dating, or you're engaged, which is awesome, on the road to getting married, or if you're married and you've been married for any length of time, you are in an agreement, right? So it's okay, let's take the example of a boyfriend and girlfriend, right? You're together, you're agreeing that, hey, you're kind of going steady, meaning it's just going to be you two. And, and then if you're engaged, obviously you've made that next level of commitment to say, you know what, I want to be with you for the rest of my life. So I'm going to say right now, I'm going to put the ring on the finger and we're going to be married. And then of course, once you've actually gotten married, then you're saying, all right, until death do us part, or as long as you both shall live, that you'll be together. So that's the level of agreement, and you see it kind of escalates with marriage. Yeah. Marriage, obviously, it is held to the highest standard. And for us, and specifically as Christians, we call that a covenant, because we have made a covenant with one another under God to say we are going to be together until our death. Oh, yeah. Right? So either until he dies or I die, we're going to be together. So that means through the great times or through the really crappy times, quite frankly, we're gonna be together. And so that's easier said than done, right?
Oh, for sure.
But a covenant, you see here, it is the highest standard. Anyone can be in a contract, where again, and that is more on the, if you think about it, it's more kind of like the loose relationship. I would say, even being boyfriend and girlfriend, you're starting to get a little bit closer, but it is still more of a contract. And that's to be able to say, if you don't do this, then I'm not going to do this. Or, you're still able to kind of do some of that. And we're actually encouraging couples to not, especially married couples, to not have that contract mentality. Or to really start to think about yourselves in a covenant, which is more on the selflessness side versus the selfish side. And that is not how we're wired. We are very much wired to be on the contract side of, if you do this, then I'll do this. Mm-hmm. But when you're married, it is, I'm going to do this because selflessly, I want for you to be happy. And if both of you are doing that, you're both going to be happy because you're both getting your needs met. Your needs met. Oh my goodness. You're both getting your needs met. He's meeting my needs, and I'm meeting his needs, and then you're both getting your needs met, and it's a beautiful thing. So that is the covenant versus contract.
For sure. And the easiest example I can think of when it comes to contract versus covenant is, maybe an athlete, right? That goes into that sports town and says, hey, we want you to perform and help bring people to come watch the games at this stadium. And we want you to help win championships. And they're like, okay, so we sign you, we pay you X millions of dollars, and you help us win a championship. And that's if you do this, then we do that, right? We're paying you, so then you perform. And that's pretty much what a contract is. In the event that doesn't happen, all of a sudden this athlete, this star, is being shipped off to another place because they're not or they didn't live up to the expectation, or they fulfilled that part of the contract. But with a marriage, it continues even beyond that. Once they reach a level of success in their marriage, once they get through that rocky time, they would just all of a sudden call it quits and say, hey, this rocky time is just too much for me to handle. And I don't think we can get through this.
But you could choose to do that in a marriage, right? You could choose to do that in a marriage, which a lot of marriages do. Right, it's called the divorce word, where a lot of marriages do choose to have it be a contractual relationships where hey, you know what, certain idealistic views are not being met, or what I thought this was going to be is no longer the case. Mm-hmm. And so, I want out. And look, and this is a very simplified way to discuss a very challenging topic, we know.
For sure.
But at the very source, at the very essence of it, that's what it is. It is a contractual view of marriage to say, this marriage is a contract, it's not a covenant, and I'm choosing to get out of it. We're asking you at the core to look at your marriage like a covenant, not a contract.
Yes.
Think about it. Revolutionize your way, because if you look at it the way the world looks at it, the way the majority of people look at it, they look at it like a contract. Think of your marriage, and you'll have what everyone else has.
Yeah, doing it.
Think about your marriage differently. Think about it like a covenant, that it is that is a sacred, beautiful thing that no one else can touch, right? Like, this is between you and your spouse, and you're in it for the long haul, regardless of what anyone else says. You know what? No one else is living your relationship. You are. So have a say in it. Be in it. Love each other deeply.
Yes.
And choose to be selfless. Choose to be in a covenant where you are meeting each other's needs, where you're being selfless, not selfish.
You're just choosing to serve. You're choosing to love. You're choosing to honor the relationship. You're just choosing to make it better to your debt and to your death. Because that's one of the things, if I'm not mistaken, I said it, and almost everybody else I know whose wedding I've been to, they said, till death do us part. And
or as long as we both shall live.
Exactly, right? And that's really the idea we want us to get back to, is that original idea that you really made that commitment to your spouse and to the one you love dearly. And that love can still be found, guys. I know there's many people likely watching this that are thinking, no, my marriage can never come back from the pits of hell that I'm currently in. Yeah. But it can. We've been in that situation where we've been in separate rooms, bawling our eyes out, thinking, oh my gosh, how could this ever be?
How could it ever be?
How can we ever have the white picket fence again? When can we get that love back again? When can we have those dreams again? It doesn't happen overnight by any means.
It takes a lot.
But it takes perseverance. It takes purpose. It takes drive. And you know what it really takes, to be honest with you? It takes prayer and founding your relationship on Jesus Christ, the one true resolver of any and all conflict. And that's what we did. And once we started doing that, turning ourselves away from looking at each other as a source, signing a contract to say, hey, unless I'm happy, I'm not going to make you happy. Yeah. A covenant says, Christ, I'm called to be Christ to you. Right. I'm called to be an example of Christ. And as long as we
every
do that,
day I choose to serve you, and it's a choice, right? Yeah. Because I'm telling you what, and you guys, as wonderful as this man is, brother wonderful.
Yeah, right.
It's not always easy to say, today I am going to choose you.
Yes.
And it is a beautiful thing that when you can get to a place that, even if you're not in a happy place, which can happen, quite a bit in your whole lifetime, that you're going to choose every day to still say, I do, to your spouse.
For sure. So guys, if you liked this, we would greatly appreciate it if you share it or like our page on Facebook or YouTube or wherever this video is plastered. But yeah, we love your support. Thank you so much for watching this. And again, remember, you have miles of love to live, and hope to see y'all next time. Thanks.
Bye. Y'all stay blessed.